The protractor postulate says that every ray can be paired with exactly one real number between 0 and 180. And what this tells us is that we can measure angles. This is similar to the ruler postulate saying that we could pair every point with a real number, except now we're talking about pairing every ray with a real number from 0 to 180. So let's look at a few examples. So if we want to measure the angle, so we want to find the measure of angle MLN. Remember, the middle coordinate, the middle point is your vertex, so we're looking at this angle MLN. We want to find that measure. And similar to finding distance for segments, the measure of this is going to be the difference between the absolute value of the coordinates of each ray. So if we look at our first ray, this ray here, LM, we can line that up with point 0 on the protractor. So we have 0 minus, if we look at this ray, we can pair that ray up with 60. 0 minus 60. And that is equal to the absolute value of negative 60 or just 60. So the measure of that angle is 60 degrees. Now, you probably noticed that there are two sets of numbers on the protractor. There's an upper row up here, and then there's a lower row down here. It's not going to matter which set we use as long as we use the same set of numbers to measure both rays. For example, we could also calculate the measure of angle MLN using this bottom row. So we could also say that our first ray, LM, can be paired with 180. And the second ray can be paired with 120. So we have the absolute value of 180 minus 120, which is just equal to the absolute value of 60, which is also just equal to 60. So no matter which row of numbers we use to measure that angle, we will get the same measure. So let's look at measuring another angle using the protractor postulate. Let's look at angle. Let's find the measure of angle NLP. So the measure of angle NLP is going to be the absolute value of the difference between the coordinates of each of the rays. So if we look at LN here, we can pair that up with 60, and we can pair LP up with 130. Okay, notice those are both in the top row. We could use the bottom row of numbers. Either one would give us the same measure. So if we take the absolute value of 60 minus 130, that's equal to the absolute value of negative 70, which is equal to 70. So the measure of angle NLP is 70 degrees.